Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Boundless. Last time I was here, I did a quick video kind of showing you, I just kind of hopped around some highlights and showed you some things about skill progression and gathering and a little bit of the crafting, just to give you a basic idea of the game. But I couldn't start a new character to show you this very beginning stuff because it just wasn't in yet. But that update is in, and I'm here to play the game and kind of show you a bit of this. So right off the bat, we've got some kind of starter stuff here telling us how to do things, but here is our light stone. So we're going to scoop that up. We can left click, shake it, and light it up. And this is where we're going to come in here and get our totem, and then I forgot what this guy is called, and we're going to get to choose where we go. So let's go ahead and scoop these up. Grab these real quick. I thought we could actually just walk up to these. There we go. You picked up a totem and you picked up a warp crystal, so press E to open the inventory. We are going to combine the warp crystal and totem to enable world destination selection, right? So let's see, I think we just do something like that. Yes. Okay, so we now have the totem is powered. You can see far above you sits the known worlds, ready for exploration. Look up at the world and then hold, I think it's right click to jettison the warp crystal. So we're kind of deciding where we want to go. Now, I'm guessing it's not going to show me my other characters' places. This is the same world, but I don't think, yeah, because Redwood was orange because I'd saved that before. So we really are kind of starting over, which is cool. This is actually what I wanted to do because last time I was here, I just picked a settlement. I was like, I guess I'll go to a settlement, but I think I can go wherever I want. So what I might do is kind of check this out. I don't know, I think this is water and ice. I've been to kind of an icy area, and I like the idea of kind of building near some kind of water. It looks like somebody's built maybe some landmass out to the middle of this lake, and maybe they haven't put down what has amounted to a settlement yet. But anyway, let's think about this a bit. I did like a lot of the desert stuff when I was kind of running through there. I've run kind of through all the different biome elements here. I actually really like the desert. Granted, there's not often very many trees, so maybe somewhere along the border of that, there is some water here. This might be kind of close to the desert. I'm not sure what this is, but anyway, let me kind of take a look at this and then I'll make a decision. Okay, I've been thinking about this here a bit, probably more than I need to. What I think I'll do is, I'm going to actually, I know Veritas because I've actually visited that. If you saw the first video, you've seen this place because I went out there. I do like the desert. There's a bit of water here with some trees too. Could be kind of an oasis. So I'm kind of thinking about going just somewhere over here. Now the first place I go, it's going to portal me there. I could run up to the water though and put some stuff down and even make a portal there, like a warp. And I can, you know, basically anytime I log out, you come back here. So you can warp back to anywhere you were, where you left off. So I shouldn't worry too much about being that close to it. I think what I'll do is I'm going to pop myself somewhere in this area. Let's do that. I think I actually have to hold it. Okay, so that put a place down for us there. We should be able to go there now by finishing this thing. We got to put one more block in here, and then we'll be able to head on over. And here's our block. We're going to scoop this up, and we're going to put this in our inventory here. It's telling us to put it in that one. That's fine. We're going to click here. So there you go. We've got this guy placed, and you can see you've created a warp conduit tower. Look at the tower, then press E to interact with the warp and activate your destination. Okay, so this has got our place that we just put down, so we know where to go. And now we can break the blocks to open this. I think this is being the only tool we have. Yeah, we can just bash it with this guy. So here's the spot I've picked out. Apparently, this is the place in the world I shot down. So let's step on through. Cool. So here we are. It is snowing here right now, obviously. We have some trees around. That's cool. A bit of a hill there. Let's cruise up here. Now, what we don't have right now is we don't have the compass because we just don't have the skill for that yet. And you can see on the left side it's telling us to break some tree blocks. It's trying to walk us through the basic tutorial. I'm noticing now that there are names above the creatures here. At least this says level 2 livestock. That's cool. That's a new thing as of the last update. What I'd like to do is actually run to the top of this hill and just take a peek around and see if we can spot kind of a cool place to settle in. So right off the bat, just up the hill, I found somebody else's place here. Owned by Psy Major, I guess. He's got a couple things down here, and looking down we had the trees down there. I think we had some water. You could see a little bit of a structure. Another one there. I hear creatures running around. We've got one over here. So, you know, this was apparently an ideal place for some other people as well, probably because it was an oasis. There was, you know, a little spot of water nearby, which I don't really think we do much with the water in this game. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem to matter. Like we like to build near water, right? It's kind of like a survival game kind of thing. Like you got to be close to water. So anyway, let's take a peek over here because there are some trees. We have more trees over there. This is looking pretty good. Okay, I've wandered a bit from over there. I was gathering trunks. I actually stopped one short. You can see we've got the foliage we need, and we just need one more trunk, and there's various trees around. But I did run across this guy's place here, Arios. You can see he's got a couple things down here, and he has some elements exposed here that, you know, you might be wanting to go after. You can see it's coal, but we can't get it because it's locked because it's within range of his place, so he's got all this here. One of the things I think I want to do is try and find a natural cave, kind of an open spot. Am I lucky? No? Okay. Because the cave systems in this game can be pretty complex and deep and expose materials that we want to get access to right away, right? Similar to Minecraft, you may wander around for a while and just go through the natural caves versus just digging around, or at least you'll start sometimes in a cave opening and then dig your way once you get in there. We can see we've got another, I think it's called a beacon. Remember, I'm still very new to this game. So we got another player over there, or at least they were. So like I said, I'm going to kind of wander around a little bit and see if we can find a cave opening. I think it would be great to have a couple trees nearby at least, and the cave. And remember that we've got this beacon. If you've seen the first video, I explained this a little bit. The beacon protects a little bit of the area around you, and the world will actually regen itself every 8 hours or so. So I could come up here and actually finish off our tree quest here. We'll get the last trunk that we need. So we've got 10. But if I were to come back here tomorrow at this time, that tree would be back again. Even if I took the whole thing out, it would be back because nobody has a claim on this area right now. I'm loving this desert. In the distance you can actually see this kind of very squared up hill over there and then a slope there that looks pretty man-made, which is cool. Might have to go check that out at some point. One of the things I was thinking about as I ran through this desert thinking, man, this place is so cool looking, is that I don't typically do this. Typically in these kinds of games, at Minecraft, these games where you've got this big world to explore, I like to really settle where there's water and there is trees, it's green. And so in this case, because I've run around the world a little bit and I really like the desert, I like seeing these layers of different materials and the caves, I just thought it'd be cool to do that because it looks good in this game and it's just different from what I normally do. So I'm kind of hoping still that I'll just happen across a cave. I started heading this direction because there was a bit of a dark spot over here. It looks like it was just the shadow of that hill. Well, I know it's hard to see. It's got dark on us, but I ran across this cool little valley. I'm going to run through it and see if there's any caves down there. It just looked really cool. There are some player-made constructions around here. It looks like somebody's built something up there based on the lighting. And I think, yeah, right up there. So I'm going to kind of head across this and shake our light here, see a little bit better. But I'm going to see if there's any caves down in these little ravines, and otherwise cross to the other side if not. So I ran across this little oasis here with trees, which was great. It looks like somebody's actually built a place up in the trees, and there's nothing else here along the shore. So part of me is thinking I could build here, but it is desert just up here, and I want to look around just a little bit more for caves. And then maybe if there's something like immediately nearby, I'll come build here by the water. Or if it's, you know, some distance away, maybe I will build up near the cave. But anyway, I thought I would kind of show you this little spot. Looks pretty cool. Well, believe it or not, I think we found it. There's actually a small oasis straight ahead. A little hard to tell. It's kind of behind a hill. A very small spot of water. Somebody's built a little place next to it, but lots of trees there. We actually have a couple trees around here as well. And I found, you could see this cave opening over there, but I was led up here by a little hole down here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. Where was that hole at? Somewhere, I think it's here. Yeah, so you can even see that little tech, that kind of chip sticking out of the rock down there. that's something that we could get eventually, which would be good. But anyway, that led me up here to this little cave, and I wandered around in it a little bit, and I think it basically drops down into that area kind of right below me. So I think this could be a cool spot. Plus we have a couple trees here, which is great. So part of me is thinking about opening up this wall here and then building inside. Let me get my light here. We'll hop up here real quick. Might be easier to go here. Turn this on. Now we can't see very far with this yet, but anyway, we could kind of just get settled into here a little bit. The room kind of goes back into here, and then it drops down. You can see we got some resources we can get to. That's our exit. If I come down here, I actually had wandered down here just a second ago. That, I believe, is the hole. I think it's being lit based on the hole that we found. So anyway, we've got probably a lot to explore in here, which would be really cool. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back up here and we'll get the campfire down, because right now that's what the current quest is asking for. Here on the left, you can see it talk about the campfire being, it's a temporary campfire, being a good way to kind of basically lock down your place for initially. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and get that. That's here. You can see if I put it here, it's kind of showing the area it's going to claim, which is fine. We're not too worried about it just yet. We're not too worried about locking down anything in here, but anyway, we can obviously move later. So let's just go ahead. We're going to stick this down here. There we go. And we've leveled up to level 2, which is cool. Let's go back to here. Let's see, I want this guy. So let's go ahead and look at skills, because we just leveled up. We can hit escape here. We're going to go to character. Citizen now? I guess that's changed. I think it was character before. Skills, and we have 5 skill points, so we can spend it now. We can only buy this first one, basic crafting recipe. We'll have to work our way back down to have sprint again, but basic crafting recipes unlocks the ability to craft, well, basic things, so we're gonna go ahead and choose that. That's all we really can do right now. The other ones require that you have bought like 4 abilities and everything, and it gets higher as we go. So anyway, we're gonna stick with that for now. Very cool. We didn't have to go too far from our kind of base down there, our little cave. We've got a couple trees up here, so I've been up here kind of breaking these down. In the upper left you can see it's asking us to handcraft timber from trunks. I actually do have enough wood at this point. I think that's probably number 14 and 15. So we can open this guy up, and we can actually go into handcraft, and we need to make, what, 10 of these? So we can handcraft 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So we complete that. And this is all about getting us the workbench. So we're going to go ahead and craft that guy as well. That hops into our inventory. So we can kind of put that there and run this back and place this down, because you can see at the very upper left, build a crafting table. They want us to equip it and place the table very specifically near the campfire. You can actually see the light from in there. It'll be nice to level up, because we'll get our compass back, which goes along the top and points us east, you know, north, south, east, west, and pretty good directionally, but it is nice to have the compass. Let's actually switch to this guy, and we're going to break down this block here so we can more easily step through this area. Thought it was going to be 1 block, but it looks like it's going to be multiple, which is fine. Break out a little doorway here. I guess, I mean, it's good because we were having to walk up the ramp and then jump, but it looks like we're going to end up hopping up again. Anyway, I may just dig this out anyway and try to make it kind of an easy access right into our campfire. Okay, I put the workbench down. We've got to make some, let's see, timber and sticks. And when you're working with the workbench, you actually have to put it in here. This may be familiar if you watched the previous video. But you can see we now have 5 recipes. We need sticks. What's it say? A bunch of these. 4. Craft 4 at a time. That was 4, 8. Okay, that would be 12. But we actually have to take these out of the crafted items and put them in our inventory. So there we go. And we just need to make some timber now. Whoops, we can stay in here. It's a timber in your inventory, and I believe that's just straight up this guy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Should be good. Contents. Put that, and we're done. Now we need to craft an axe, a hammer, shovel. We're going to get kind of the basic tools. I'll get those going as the sun comes up here. Okay, we just completed the objective of making those tools, and of course we've got now a new quest up top left, building a permanent base, which is to collect rocks, which I've got some because I kind of dug my way in here. We do need one more, but let's check this out. We have the various tools. We have a shovel. We can put the shovel in one hand and the axe in the other if we do it this way. That leaves the hammer, which we'll go ahead and put with our totem. So that's cool. And now we can actually go digging for stone. We can more easily chop down trees. These tools let us do things faster, but you know what? We're just about out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I do want to thank you guys for watching. As always, I just wanted to bring you in here, and in the previous video I didn't get to show you kind of these beginnings, so now we've done that. I intend on playing this some more. I'll probably do another video or two of me just kind of wandering around here doing things, especially if you guys seem to be enjoying that. And yeah, I've got some things I would like to do. I'd like to figure out how to set up portals that are permanent, so I can walk back and forth between them, maybe go to another world. I could take you guys to another world through like the hub city even before I make my own portals, but there's a number of things that I want to try myself and check out, and if you guys are wanting to see some of that, I can definitely bring you back here. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.